Hey guys, so let's talk about stupidity and control and discipline. Today, June 20th, I made a little bit of a doo-doo in terms of not following my own plan. So I said to clients that I wouldn't trade the oil number or oil report because of the close proximity to the OPEC meeting, right? But of course, greed, whatever you want to call it, stupidity is probably the best way to describe it. I traded it anyway, and I mean, I traded it like I normally did. The number was bullish, and I went long, and I took my stop because oil did not do what it was supposed to do, and it took me out. So I lost about 2,600 on that trade. So naturally, I wasn't pissed off. More so, I was pissed off more that I didn't follow my own rules that I shouldn't have traded. So the next thing that I did, obviously, I took a step back, just looked at what's happening in the markets, and more headlines came on, and some opportunities came up. The first thing that I saw was the S&P not doing anything, so told the clients that I'm gonna do a short strangle, which worked out beautifully. Made about 3 grand on that, so all in all, I was up about $300 after all the commissions and everything, right? So I could have been up 3 grand outside if I didn't trade the oil report. That was what it was. But because I traded and lost 2,600, made 3 grand on the other side, after everything was 300. But here's the best part. There were more headlines later on with oil, and we were able to trade that going up and going down. So, still made a very knockout day, despite the initial setback, right? But that's not the point that I'm trying to make here is the fact that even with somebody so experienced and even the pros out there, they still make mistakes because you can never really fully control human emotion. And that's where I ran in what I ran into today, right? I really wanted to make money and I decided to keep going, and that's I ended up paying for it dearly. So what's the lesson here? You got to learn to really develop some control. You got to learn to stick to what your plans are. So it doesn't happen to me very often, but it does happen from time to time. Like maybe 10% of the time, I still go against my own rules and my own principles because again, greed and everything else. So the advantage, I suppose, with somebody like myself is that I know how to trade and I know how to still continue and control myself, right? So a novice or a beginner would probably have been so pissed off because they just lost like a significant amount of money, and they probably were like, "Yeah, not gonna trade," so they would have moved on, and that would have been okay too. You could have gone back tomorrow and maybe there's another trade. But somebody like myself who's used to like getting hit and still trading the system and still making it back or making money that way, it worked out still quite well. So that's why like I always say that even to the clients, there will be days where I am down, but then the next day I get it back. Because again, I don't change anything in terms of my system because I got hit. I see the setup, I trade it. Still, I trust my own system. It's not a perfect system, but it's good 70 to 80% of the time. So I am accepting of the fact that 3 out of 10 trades I will get raped, and that's fine. So your challenge as a trader is you need to find a system that works for you, that you can trust and you have confidence in, and that actually is a winner, right? The problem is if you find a system that's not working very well and you actually are more losing more than actually making money, then that's not going to work, right? Um, so that's the thing. That is the biggest challenge, and I mean, a lot of the people who seek help with our mentorship program or anything, they're not bad traders. They're good traders with just bad discipline, right? And that's where everything just kind of comes along. I develop exercises and things they can do to really have good habits, right? You're never gonna remove everything, right? You're never gonna remove really bad habits. I mean all the bad habits, but you can remove most of it. You can try to really make sense and make money where you can, but that's where the challenge is as a trader, right? And if you see yourself or if you find yourself in a similar situation, you got to really think, are you able to police yourself, or do you need somebody to kind of review what you're doing and try to make money in that way? So think really hard. and find a way to discipline yourself. Find a system that you can be confident in, and again, just have fun. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just trading. It's just money, really. Have fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be a trader. It's probably the simplest thing to do. All right. So, hope everything's all going well. Take care, and talk to you guys.